Welcome to your open enrollments for 2021. On the screen are the items that we will be covering today. Your medical choices are now moving to Blue Cross Blue Shield, your benefit coverage for Delta, dental, and vision, and then to voluntary plan options. Open enrollment starts today, November 24th, and will terminate on November 30th. In regards to eligibility, all employees who have met their eligibility criteria are eligible for benefits aside from yourself, legal spouse, domestic partner, and children up to the age of 26. The benefits that you will review and enroll in are effective January 1, 2021 until December 31st, 2021. You cannot make any changes in the plans unless you experience a qualified event. Some of those events are noted here on the screen. So marriage, divorce, birth of a child, loss of coverage. You have 31 days from the date of that event to notify your human resource team that you would like to review your benefits and make any changes. If you exceed the 31 days, you will have to wait until the next open enrollment period. These are the medical plans that are available to you. Both on the screen are high deductible health plans, which means they are subject to deductible first. The first plan is a $3,000 deductible for an individual, $6,000 for the family. If you meet that deductible, then you're going to pay 10% of the cost until you reach that out-of-pocket maximum. On this plan, all diagnostic services are going to be subject to your deductible first, and that also includes pharmacy. What is not going to be subject to your deductible is your preventative services, age-appropriate screenings and immunization, preventative drugs, and FDA-approved contraceptives. All other services and prescriptions are going to be subject to your deductible. The next plan is very similar. The deductible does go up to $5,000 for an individual and $10,000 for the family. All services, again, are going to be subject to your deductible, with the exception of your preventative care services, your age-appropriate screening and immunization, preventative prescriptions, and FDA contraceptives. Both of these plans are HSA eligible, which means you may put pre-tax dollars in an HSA account to use to pay for services under these high-deductible health plans. You have two more plans here. So these are both PPO using the Alliance Network. So both are under Blue Cross Blue Shield using the Alliance Network. The first two plans were using the National PPO network. So two different networks here. The two high deductible health plans are using the National PPO network, and these two plans on the screen are using the Blue Cross Blue Shield Alliance Network. So this plan here is a $2,500 deductible for an individual, $5,000 for the family. Now, if you do meet that deductible, then you're going to go into that co-insurance, which means you pay 30% of costs until you get to the out-of-pocket maximum. Your preventative services on both of these plans is going to be covered at 100%. So again, that's age-appropriate screenings, lab work, and immunization. On this plan, if you need to see your doctor, it is a $30 copay. For your specialist, it's $60. Your urgent care is $75, and your emergency room is $250. You also have prescriptions available before your deductible. So your generic drugs, you're going to pay up to $10, brand name preferred up to $35. Your brand name non-preferred is either going to be $60 or $120 depending on the prescription. And then for specialty drugs, you have 4 additional tiers. This is a PPO 6500, again using the Blue Cross Blue Shield Alliance Network. This is the individual deductible, $6,500, and for a family, $13,000. Now, if you meet the deductible in a calendar year, you've also met your out-of-pocket maximum, which means you are going to be covered at 100%. On this plan, your preventative care services, age-appropriate screening, and lab work and immunization are also covered at 100%. Your office visits, this is going to be your sick visit, walk-in clinics, it's going to be a $30 copay. Specialists are $65 copay, your urgent care is $75 per visit, and your emergency room is $250. Prescriptions are the same as the other plan. You're going to pay up to $10 for those generic drugs, up to $35 for the preferred brand name, up to or between $60 and $120 for the preferred brand name non-preferred. And then again, you have 4 additional tiers under specialty, and you can review your summary benefit of coverage to see where your prescription falls. High deductible health plans. So you have two high deductible health plans to choose from that qualify for a health savings account. If you have a health savings account today with UMB Bank, you do not need to open a new account. So it stays open and that money just carries forward. So the amount that you select is going to go into that account pre-tax, which helps in lowering your taxable income. The money is available to use for medical, dental, vision expenses for yourself, spouse, or any qualified dependents as it's deposited into that account. In order to be able to enroll in an HSA, you first need to enroll in a high deductible health plan. You cannot be covered under a non-high deductible health plan, such as a copay plan. And you cannot be enrolled in any part of Medicare. And you cannot be claimed as a dependent on somebody else's tax returns. The annual maximum that you may put into that HSA account as an individual is $3,600. As a family, $7,200. And then if you're 55 plus, you can add an additional $1,000, making it $4,600 and $8,200. Keep in mind this HSA account is owned by you 100%. There is no use it or lose it provision. And again, you may use it to pay for qualified medical expenses, dental, vision for yourself and your dependents. Next is your flexible spending account, or FSA. So similar to the HSA, you can select pre-tax dollars to go into the account. In this case, it's a Visa card that is sent to you. And the amount that you've selected is loaded on that card, ready to use day one. So you may use those dollars to pay for medical expenses for yourself, your spouse, and dependents. If you enroll in the high deductible health plan, you must accompany that with an HSA. So those two go together. The flexible spending account here on the screen is a standalone option. You may enroll just in the FSA. And again, you can use those dollars for yourself and qualified dependents. This account does have a maximum of $500 that you can roll over into the new plan year. Anything in excess of $500 will be forfeited. So you may have to do some quick add addition, co-pays, dental work, vision that needs to be done in 2021, and maybe put that amount on your card so you don't lose any of your money. You also have a dependent care FSA. So this is to pay for eligible daycare and elderly care services. It's a maximum of $5,000 that you may elect during a calendar year. And you may use this again as the money is deposited into that account to pay for childcare or elderly care services or pay yourself back. This is your new telemedicine provider with Blue Cross Blue Shield. So this is going to be effective January 1. Your new telemedicine provider is called Blue Care Anywhere. You will get additional information with your welcome packet once you get your ID card. So you have services such as medical, counseling, and psychiatry, all available via Skype or telephone. The medical services can diagnose simple illnesses, aches and pains. If you have a sore throat, the cold, the flu, a rash, pink eye, an allergy, or a UTI, those things can be diagnosed easily over the telephone, and the doctor may send a prescription to a pharmacy that's closest to you. And you can use this service at any time, anywhere within the United States. Counseling services and psychiatry services, you will keep those same providers until the completion of the treatment plan, or they refer you out to an in-person provider. During the pandemic, the medical, the counseling, and the psychiatry are at zero copay. Next, we're going to go over the Delta Dental options. So you have the same plans that you have today. You have two to choose from. The first one is called a PPO base plan. This is typical dental plan that gives you a $1,500 allowance to use towards your dental services, and then additional $1,000 to use toward child orthodontia, and that's a one-time lifetime benefit per child. Your preventative care services, which are your cleanings twice a year, are going to be covered at 100%. Basic services under this plan are going to be cavities and emergency services are covered at 80%. Your major services, which is going to be endodontics, periodontics, root canals, crowns, dentures, those are all going to be covered at 50%. If you utilize the basic services or the major services, you will be subject to a one-time deductible of $50 as an individual or $150 as a family. The next plan is the DHMO plan. On this plan, you do have to select a primary provider. You and every person enrolled on this plan may have your own provider, and you can change that provider at any time. If you do not select a provider and you enroll in this plan, Delta Care USA will assign a provider based on your home zip code. Now, this plan has preventative care services, which are cleanings twice a year at no cost to you. Additional cleanings are going to be $45. There is no deductible or no annual maximum. All other services are on a fee schedule. This is an example of the fee schedule. So you look for the dental code. It's tied to the treatment plan that you need, and the dollar amount associated with that is what you pay. Now, you may use your HSA or FSA dollars to pay for these services. All services are covered except for implants. You may also visit the Delta Dental website to find a provider, download your ID card, or review your explanation of benefit and how much of your benefit you've used to date. Your vision plan. There is no change to your vision plan. So your exam is available every 12 months, and that's a rolling 12 months. So for example, if you had your exam on July 1st, 2020, you will have to wait until July 1st, 2021 in order to have your exam or schedule your exam. And that's going to be at a $10 copay. Your frames are available every 12 months, and it's a $120 allowance, and then a 20% discount anything above that. Lenses available every 12 months, and that's a plastic lens, single vision, bifocal, or trifocal is a $10 copay. Your contact lens, you have an $80 allowance to use, and then 15% discount the balance over that. Medically necessary contact lenses are always covered in full. Life insurance. So the company does pay for a $10,000 benefit for all of their employees. You do have to complete a new beneficiary form, which was emailed to you. All employees working 20 plus hours are also eligible for voluntary life insurance. Now, the voluntary life insurance is moving to MetLife. So you are eligible for up to 5 times your annual earnings, up to $500,000. You are eligible for 5 times base annual earnings up to $200,000 at a guarantee issue, which means no medical underwriting. For your spouse, the guarantee issue is $25,000, and for children is $10,000. There is no benefit reduction with this new MetLife policy. Short-term and long-term disability is also going to be changing to MetLife. So your short-term disability and long-term disability are paycheck protection. So this is money that put back into your pocket, and this is for off-the-job illness or accident. So the short-term disability starts to pay at the 14th day. It covers up to 60% of your pre-disability earnings, which is up to $1,000 a week. Your duration period is 11 weeks. The long-term disability starts to pay at the 90th day or at the termination of the short-term disability. Again, covers 60% of your pre-disability earnings up to $7,500 a month, and this lasts until age 65 or normal Social Security retirement age. The short-term and the long-term disability both have a pre-existing condition limitation. If you are enrolled today in the short or long-term disability, you have satisfied that pre-existing limitation. If you are enrolling for the first time, you do have a 312. What that means is if 3 months before the effective date, you saw a provider, took medication, or were diagnosed with a condition in which you went out on leave in 2021, it would not be a paid event. You also have EAP, Employee Assistance Program. You have 2 to choose from. Support Link provides 3 face-to-face visits per issue, and it's unlimited telephonic or online. You also can set Skype appointments. The Support Link website offers additional services like self-help videos, classes, and discount programs. The MetLife EAP provides similar services, and in addition has planning services, will prep, funeral assistance, and travel assist. The new Aflac products are available in January 1. So the Aflac products that you know today are going to be changing. So the accident policy is reducing in cost, and it has a lot more coverage. The critical illness is now going to be covering also the cancer policy. So those are all combined into one. Your hospital plan starts to pay day one upon entry into a hospital, and then you have the ability to review the short-term disability with AFLAC. You will need to contact the AFLAC representative either by calling the enrollment line, reviewing the options online in the Darwinet system, going to the time trade link that's posted here on this page, and scheduling an appointment with Jose. You may also email him or call him directly. If you have an AFLAC policy today, it will need to be changed to the new AFLAC policy, so please set up your appointment as soon as you can. Pet healthcare is still available, so if the pet is currently enrolled, you will see an increase of $1.60 per month. You do need to go to the unitedpetcare.com /CBR in order to enroll. And it's also a good place to start because you would enter your zip code and see if there are any providers in your area. Maybe the veterinarian that you utilize are already part of the program. With the United Pet Care program, there are no pre-existing limitations or no breed exclusions. Legal Shield and ID Shield. If you are enrolled today, you do not need to make any changes. Everything stays the same. The Legal Shield provides a suite of attorneys that may help you with a multitude of matters. They have 24/7 assistance, trial defense services, they have health, power of attorneys, living will, and much more. The identity theft helps in protecting your identity. They monitor your credit bureau, the internet, and the dark web to make sure nobody is trying to obtain your information. You may register in one or both for yourself or your entire family. Next steps. Everyone should complete an enrollment form and return by November 30th at the latest. If you're enrolling in the voluntary MetLife products, please complete that form. Please remember to update your beneficiary form as needed. Please remember to complete the employer paid life insurance voluntary form as well. I will go over those forms here to show you what to do. This is the MetLife voluntary form that you need to complete if number one, you have current coverage that you want to move forward, or number two, you are enrolling for the first time. So complete your information in section 2. If it's a new enrollment, please check the appropriate box. If you're changing your enrollment, check this box. If you're leaving the same, please go ahead and check the boxes as indicated here and either type the amount or leave the same. As you scroll through this document, you'll see the short-term and long-term disability. So if you have either one and you want to keep or enroll, please check the boxes. Section 5 is your beneficiary designation. So make sure you complete this 100%. And then this is the section that needs your signature. This is page 5 of that packet. As you scroll through this packet, you will also find the rates for life insurance for yourself and for your spouse and dependents. This form also is going to have the short-term disability, additional explanation of coverage, limitations, exclusions, and it's also going to give you the rates and how to calculate the rates. So you're going to pick your age, that's your rate, and then you follow this simple calculation and that will give you your premium. The same is going to apply for long-term disability. Again, additional information, coverage, limitations, exclusions, and then on this page, you're going to have, again, your rates based on your age. Again, a simple calculation that helps you navigate through how much it's going to cost you. This is the Legal Shield and ID Shield. This is a link. You just go there and enroll. The same applies to the pet healthcare, and this is at the bottom. You'll see the prices here. Click on the link and enroll. This is your AFLAC callback sheet. So this is the one that you need to return to us if you would like AFLAC to call you. Or you can go straight to send an email to Jose or call him and he will return your call and schedule some time to speak to you and transfer your current benefits to the new AFLAC benefits and start to save money. And then this is the support link or EAP information, and then the MetLife information here. You do have one other form that needs to be completed other than your enrollment form, and that looks like this. So this is your employer paid life insurance form. So employer paid life insurance, this is at no cost to you. So this is a little bit different. Group term life insurance, your beneficiary designation. So just go ahead and type in your information and then name your beneficiary and sign the last page, and that's all you have to do with this one. You're going to complete your enrollment via the Darwinet system or via the form. So once you complete it, please return it to us as soon as possible by Monday at the absolute latest for processing. Thank you for your time today.